guys, and welcome to my review of the Tricity Bendix CAW1200, model number CAW1200. And it came out in about the 90s, and it was basically the cheap version of the Tricity Nexus. But before we end up going, so it's exactly as the Tricity Nexus underneath, it actually isn't. It's really, a lot of it isn't. So the door seal and the drum is the same. Now we're taking on a guided tour. We've also got our filter flap down here with the same pump. But we've got our same detergent drawer. We've got the same suspension underneath. However, the motor is different, and the heating element, and it has separate stats. It must have a pretty big element. This has a hot and cold fill. At that time you get a 4.5 kilo drum and a maximum spin of 1200. We get three options there of on, off, quick wash and half load. And then there's our programs and our program dial. Now if we turn the dial, that push in is on older Tricitys, but at the time they were all fixed in place. So this is a fail-free dial, so you can turn it all day long like this, backwards, forwards, and you have to physically push it in, so it's a bit of like a child safety feature in effect. However, the only annoying thing is that the marker is pretty hard to see actually at times, and it's also at times hard to actually get it to go on the program you want. So we've set our program there now, program 3, which is hot wash 60. And this is the thing as well, the actual layout of the programs themselves will be exactly the same as the Nexus, however the names are different. It says cottons, linens at the top there, and then we've got obviously pre-wash and boil wash, hot wash, warm wash. However on Nexus, because it doesn't label as cottons as such, it will say actually white cotton, and then colour fast cotton and non-fast cotton, or basically it will say white coloured Zika and stuff like that, and colours. It says delicate synthetics, normal wash, synthetics at 50, which on the Nexus is also actually mixed wash 50 or something, mixed fabrics. However, what is different is the final spin. This spin's 1200 and an 850 after the synthetics. On the Nexus it was more like 650 after the synthetics. Although they were obsessed with 50s at the time, as in like literally it would be a 1300 spin on other models, but they put 1250. Yeah. Finally, the thing that actually is different underneath is the controller itself. It's actually sort of made to run as with a induction motor rather than a brush motor, but this is actually a brush motor and it is quite quiet. The only downside with this machine, despite it's sort of fully working, is just this raspiness of the, it's like something's called, but I haven't really looked into it. But on the final spin, it's not, you can hear it more, but then but the actual motor itself overrides it, so it's not actually that loud because the motor itself isn't that very loud. There's the rating plate there. 2550 watts. Wow, that's quite big for a heater. And then, of course, that actually means because this machine doesn't actually have a wash sector, it just basically heats the water whilst washing, and then as soon as it's hit its temperature, it will sort of drain. It has a quick wash function. I don't know what it actually does because it's supposed to be in conjunction with the warm wash on program 4, but you can probably use it on all the cotton cycles. And half load doesn't describe in the actual manual what it does, but I'm pretty sure it drops the rinse or so. Eco 4 is to do with really sort of how many rinses it does. I'm pretty sure it does 4. or just 5 rinses, sorry, but no intermittent spinning, and all the rinses are actually low level, so it's still quite economical on water. So overall, it's actually a really basic machine. It actually reflects back in its price as actually being really cheap compared to the Zanussis of the day, and actually was on par with like all the other cheap brands. Perfect. They smell gorgeous. So, my final thoughts on this machine is that it's excellent at actually giving relatively good results. Don't expect perfect results every time, as there's no real wash selection sector of the dial. It just seems to heat up then advance. But, however, it does give really good results and really good rinsing and adequate rinsing results despite having low level rinsers. In retrospective, this is really good compared to what came out later, despite having the same size drum and actually being even more economical than the successor, the new CE Progress well, that's what I'm comparing it to anyway, that I had. Or shall I say, its successor later on would be something like a Tricity Bendix BIW or something like that. Now, if I was going to give this out of 10, it would get, honest to God, honesty, 9 out of 10. Because even though it's actually basic but gives you everything you kind of need, including a handy quick and cool wash which will deal your load within about 25 minutes, it's just gets to the point really and gets it done. And overall, because there is only one final spin, it means your bearings last a lot longer and the brushes in your motor last a lot longer too. Overall, this is like a tank. Yes, there is a little bit of a problem with that. I'm sure that might be able to get fixed, but even so, even without it fixed, it doesn't warm up or anything, which doesn't really suggest the bearings. Weird. But good anyway. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review.